This is the evening news for Saturday, February 15, 2014. I'm Michael Young. Thanks for joining us. Making the headlines tonight, Granger hopeful for February 27 tabling of the anti-money laundering bill. Region 3 residents urged to be LCDS ambassadors, and 3 to stand trial for murder. Now for the news in detail. Opposition leader Brigadier David Granger has expressed hope that the Anti-Money Laundering and Countering the Financing of Terrorism Amendment Bill will be tabled in Parliament during its next sitting. Here are details in this report.
Opposition leader David Granger has expressed his optimism that the anti-money laundering bill will be present to the National Assembly at the next sitting, which is scheduled for February 27. Granger said that works are continuing at the committee level in that regard, noting too that the work at the committee is in its final stages. However, during the interview with this newscast, Granger related that he had some amount of uncertainty as to whether the bill will be passed in Parliament during that sitting of the National Assembly. He noted that he has written to the President asking for a meeting to discuss the actual passage of the bill in the National Assembly. On Friday, Guyana was spared from the effects of being completely blacklisted after the Financial Action Task Force accepted recommendations from the Caribbean Financial Task Force to postpone blacklisting Guyana. The recent move by the Financial Action Task Force takes the number of times Guyana has been spared from the effects of a blacklist of 3.
Agriculture Minister Dr. Leslie Ramsamy has called on Region 3 residents to be good ambassadors of the low-carbon development strategy, noting that they all should be proud of Guyana's efforts in combating climate change. Speaking at an LCDS awareness session at the West Demerara Secondary School Region 3, hosted by the Office of the Climate Change, Dr. Ramsamy said Guyana has been at the forefront in addressing climate change. He said Guyana has progressed in its achievement with regards to acknowledging and implementing measures to address climate change and global warming. He noted that Guyana is one of the few countries in the world to have developed a formal strategy with regards to the issue. The final touches are now being made to Budget 2014, which is expected to be completed and presented for reading in the National Assembly by the end of March this year. Samuel Suknandan reports.
Finance Minister Dr. Ashley Singh said on Wednesday that the budget is well on stream, especially since the technical work began a few months back. Dr. Singh explained that the process of policy formation and project identification is an ongoing one, and that has started since last year. His ministry, he said, has now refined certain strategies of the various sectors.
It's progressing well. We've had the benefit now of excellent engagements with a number of stakeholder groups, including, as you know, the Private Sector Commission, that's the private sector representative body, the labour unions. We've met with FITUG, we've met with the Public Service Union. Those meetings provided us with an excellent opportunity to get a sense of what their priorities are, and indeed to share with them our perspective on some issues.
However, the minister said that it's unfortunate that the opposition did not avail themselves to an open invitation. Dr. Singh said that invitation remains open and noted that government is still willing to meet with the opposition at any time.
I hope that is not the precursor of some adverse stance that they intend to take in relation to Budget 2014. The budget really should be evaluated on its merit and voted on the basis of its merit.
Despite this, the Alliance for Change AFC has already stated its position on Budget 2014. AFC Chairman Kemaraj Ramjatan said massive cuts will be inflicted on the budget when it is presented. Reporting for the Evening News, I'm Samuel Suknandan.
This is the Evening News. More news after these messages.
With MoneyGram, you can transfer cash to over 196 countries across the globe within minutes.
And with low fees.
MoneyGram, bringing you closer.
For more information, please call NM Services Limited on telephone number 225-9129.
It's gonna be a great day. Got my ginseng up, hey. Let's focus, people. Come on and get it sorted. Get more out of your day. Get things done efficiently. Let's go with it. Come on and just drink it, people. Drink it up now, drink it up now. Ginseng up now, ginseng up now. Oh, enjoy with a new look and same great taste today. Ginseng up, the root of all power.
From early civilization, clay has been trusted for building. Today, Abel clay blocks deliver superior benefits to your project. They're lighter than same-sized concrete blocks, offer better insulation so your home stays cooler. Plus, they offer better fire and chemical resistance. Abel clay blocks are better than concrete blocks for building in wet conditions. And in compressive strength tests, Abel clay blocks handle greater loads than concrete blocks. So for your next building project, choose Abel clay blocks. Abel clay, the better choice for Guyana.
Welcome back. You're tuned to the Evening News. Hundreds of Guyanese lined the streets of Georgetown today to support the annual Children's Mashramani Parade. Hear details in this report.
Hundreds of children from all 10 administrative regions of Guyana took part in the annual Children's Mash Parade. The atmosphere was filled with music and excitement, while the road saw children of all ages with their costumes dancing, covered in glitter and having lots of fun together. This newscast caught up with some of the teachers along the route of the parade and got their take on the day and what their schools and regions was representing in their floats.
I'm Yvonne McCalman, and we are coordinators for the Region 6 Children's Mash Costume National Competition. And today we're depicting folklore. We have on our costume, we have all the folklores, most of the folklores of yesteryear. We have Baku Moongazer.
My name is Diane McKenzie, head teacher at David Rose School for the Handicapped, and we are so glad to be part of the Children's Costume Competition 2014. Our float, the name of our float is Folklore in Galore. What we've tried to do is all those traditions, myths, and legends that were handed down to us orally, we are trying to pass it over to the generation coming up. So they don't know much about that. So that's what our float is about.
We're from Region 1, there are 3 schools here. We are 3 sub-regions. My claim of was by the Congregation for International. My float here is based on the 19th for the national folk tale. And alligator, some of his major characters in the story. So since the theme is cultural folklore, we think that we should bring up Anansi, she is a very famous storyteller.
The parade commenced at the Promenade Gardens, heading north along Camp Street, then proceeded east up Lamaha Street, turning north on Albert Street, heading for the National Park, whereby the schools and regions will be judged on their costumes, creativity, and performance. The Children's Mash Parade is one of many activities leading up to the big day on February 23rd, Mashramani Day, whereby hundreds of people from across Guyana will gather to have a grand time celebrating unity and prosperity. For the Evening News, I'm Gabriela Patram.
Deputy Vice Chancellor of the University of Guyana, Philip De Silva, says plans are in motion for structural development of the University of Guyana as the institution hosted its annual Open Career Day. Details in this report.
Deputy Vice Chancellor Philip De Silva says Guyanese can expect the University of Guyana to undergo more structural changes which will boost its image and the quality of education offered there. He was at the time speaking during the annual Career Day activity, which is hosted by the tertiary institution at its Turkine campus on the east coast of Demerara.
At this present time, we have a number of initiatives that are ongoing. The key one right now is a science and technology project, which is seeking to upgrade our laboratories. It's also looking to try and revamp our curricula to make that more relevant to the needs of the country, and at the same time to bring in line our job descriptions, our workers, so that we better able equip not only our staff but the students who will come to teach with us so that we can then better serve the country and the nation.
De Silva noted that while every effort is being made to raise the university's standard of learning, everything cannot be accomplished at once. He opined that the university appeared accommodative of the changes, as he disclosed that more students will be able to attend the institution come September.
As we upgrade our facilities, not only are we going to be making it better for those who are here, but we're also going to be listening to the needs of those who are supposed to be coming and make it better for them to come. At the moment, I must say that some of the issues that were there before, we have managed to solve them, and we are still addressing some more. We have issues as it relates to classrooms, small classrooms for large class sizes, and that's something that's engaging the administration. So we're taking it one step at a time. And you know, it would be remiss of me to not say, please give us some time to address them all. We can't do everything at one time.
The Open Career Day, which was hosted on Friday, saw the turnout of hundreds of school children and members from the general public. The event also attracted over 30 organizations, both private and public. For the evening news, this is Gomati Gangadin.
3 persons are expected to stand trial for allegedly murdering a woman back in 2008. More details in this story.
Magistrate Judy Latchman ruled that the 3 men accused of murdering Colleen Foster and placing her in a septic tank on December 27, 2008 should stand trial in the High Court. Speaking to the Evening News, Forrester's daughter Alitia expressed her satisfaction at the magistrate's ruling.
Well, to be honest, I'm very much satisfied with the decision. It was already in the air. There's enough evidence, so we know that at the end we will have our justice for our mom, because it was a total injustice that happened to her. She didn't deserve that.
The accused young men were already in front of the High Court after they were committed by Magistrate Octave Hamilton, but High Court Judge Diana Insinali dismissed the case, ruling that the case was not prepared properly and ordered a new preliminary investigation after the defense objected to the unsworn statement made by the murder's victim's underage granddaughter. When asked how the family was coping with the loss after 6 years, Forrester's daughter had this to say.
It's been 6 hard, long, painful years. Honestly, with my mom not around, I had to pick up the role because my brothers, they can't deal with it. They are totally out of it. They can't deal with it. My 2 older brothers, they're in a mess. From the time court, they just hear the mention of court, they start to cry, or they just start to blow up and stuff. So I gotta be okay, y'all. Don't take worries. We're gonna have, we still have faith in the system.
The trio was present in court at the time of the magistrate's ruling. When asked by Magistrates Latchman if they had anything to say, 2 of the young men remained silent, while the 3rd defendant in the case, O'Neill, stated that he was innocent. For the Evening News, I'm Gabriella Patram.
Lester the Professor Charles, out of the mining town of Linden, last evening retained his Calypso Monarch title when the competition was held at the Demerara Park. Before a huge audience, our entertainment chief, Bishop Muhammad, was there and he filed this report.
The 2014 Adult Calypso Monarch gained 409 points. The Professor!
For the 2nd time in succession, Lester the Professor Charles outshone his 10 rivals to cop the coveted title of Calypso Monarch 2014. Performing for the first time in this year's competition before his fans, he dished out The Truth, which was written by him.
Our factory at Skeldon is a perfect example, and for that reason, Your Honor, I got to grumble, yes. I am a Guyanese and I just pay my tax. So please tell them for me when I sing in me guy, so I talk in the facts. So when you hear us sing about the economy and the low returns of the country, it's the truth. I talk in the truth.
Moments after winning the title, Charles thanked a number of persons while stating that it was indeed a tough finals.
My sponsors, Rusal Bauxite Company of Roraima, and none other than my manager and sponsor, Marvelous Promotions of Stereosonics, for giving me this strength. To be honest, I feel today this was the toughest competition that I ever been in, to be honest, because music was real clean and everybody bring out their air game. So it was real tough. So the other competitions I could like get a feel that I'm in there, but this one I never had, that kind of feel because everybody bring the game. I didn't really see myself because I heard a lot of good songs, but what gave me a bit of hope? The body language of the fans. So it gave me that hope that I'm there.
Coming in second for the second consecutive year was Roger Hines, also called Young Bill Rogers, with his piece, I Ain't Singing About That.
GPL can't solve that go still. But them scampish with your license bill. Cause if I say I'm minister's son, pick up the woman, and the party in the news is Calypso man. All you know, the guys so can't play on the radio. And if I say them politicians acting like bandits, there's only thief.
The Evening News also caught up with the artist, who said that he was well prepared for the competition while reiterating that the judge's decision is final.
The feelings sometimes don't be the good feelings, because sometimes when you know you go out there and you work and you know that you have something appropriate for the crown, in terms of real Kaiso music, delivering with satirical type of music and Kaiso, and then someone come with one punchline, and that's upset everything. Sometimes you get a real bad feelings, but what are you going to do all that in the game? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I still keep coming, that's me. I'm always competitive in any competition. To be honest, I don't afraid of nobody in terms of my Kaiso thing. I know what I have to do, go out there and perform. I know what Calypso is all about. I know what to go and do. But then at the end of it, as they say, the judge's decision is final. I have no more comments on that because the judge's decision is final already.
Taking the third spot was Ken Roy, the Mighty Believer, Fraser, who performed Can't Take the Government No More.
They come 1992 and proper pull up me and you. JD promised the country a better economy, but the man had a good plan that he learned from Burnham. But soon as Jagan dead, they kill all the flags them instead. So tell them, let them know we can't take the government no more.
The competition saw 8 other contestants taking to the stage in an effort to get the nods from the judges as they performed to the delight of the audience. The event was convened by the Culture, Youth and Sport Ministry and sponsored by Banks DIH Limited. The winner walked away with $600,000, while the second place winner will get $400,000 and $250,000 for the third place. Bisham Mohammed, The Evening News.
You're watching The Evening News. More news after these messages.
If you want that flavor feeling, the strings for you, it's so appealing. Tropical rhythms, it's the real deal. With vitamin C and it's from the Caribbean. New shape, same great taste. Tropical rhythms are done to Just one sip will make you feel great. Let's celebrate for the fun of life. Grab a buckle and pop the cap. Pop, 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 pop. Great tropical rhythms always in style. For the fun of life. Grab a buckle and pop the cap. Pop, 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 pop. Great tropical rhythms for the fun of life.
Introducing SurePay, the convenient way to pay your bills. SurePay is an electronic bill payment service that takes the hassle out of bill payments. Your payments are up to date the same day at the utility companies, so you will not be disconnected if you pay on the due date.
Wow, this is so fast. I can get to do my grocery shopping and get back to work on time. Excellent service. Thank you.
Contact our support center on telephone number 225-9129 for more information. SurePay, the convenient way to pay your bills.
Mrs. B is happy. She's happy because she knows every bottle of Smolta is filled with B vitamins, ideal for growth, concentration, and vitality. Give them their B's. Smolta, because you love them. Mrs. B is happy. She's happy because she knows every bottle of Smolta is filled with B vitamins, ideal for growth, concentration, and vitality. Give them their B's. Smolta, because you love them.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. It's now time for a look at what's happening in the world of sport. But first, your headlines. Opposition delaying passage of Cricket Administration Bill. Former World 100-meter champion Asafa Powell to know his fate in 2 weeks' time. And lucrative jumbo jet horse race meet on tomorrow. Our sportscast comes to you with the kind compliments of Makor.
We believe that everything worth building should be built just once. That is why we build on culture, on trust, on integrity. We exist to do more, better, faster, safer. Your success depends on the foundation it's built on. Everything we do is meant to move you forward. Makor, let's build Guyana together.
Now for the news in detail. Sports Minister Dr. Frank Anthony has accused the opposition of delaying the passage of the Cricket Administration Bill, but expressed a willingness to have all of their concerns addressed so as to have a consensus on the critical legislation. Details from Rajiv Bisnath.
The Sport Minister explained that discussions pertaining to the bill have been concluded at the level of the Parliamentary Special Select Committee and is now on the floor of the National Assembly for consideration. He made this comment despite the fact that the legislation has been deferred at least 4 times when it came up for its second reading in the House.
One of the difficulties we are now having is that some of the persons who are on the committee, the opposition members, they have asked us to delay the presentation to the full Assembly because there were some concerns raised by cricket stakeholders. And because of those concerns, they want to first recheck back some of the things to make sure that what was raised, that there aren't any jeopardies in what we're doing.
Meanwhile, Dr. Anthony feels that the passage of the bill is vital for the development of the game locally.
Our position, the government's position, is that we have gone through this for more than 2 years now. We have been at it. The Select Committee would have had a long session in terms of debating, discussing, and that the suggestions that were put forward by the opposition in committee, we have adopted those suggestions. And therefore, if they would like to have whatever relook they want to have, we don't have a problem. What we, however, would like to see is that this is done in a timely manner and that we can move the bill forward, because I think if the bill is not moved forward, cricket suffers. And we have spent a lot of energy and time trying to put this together. So the earlier we can get the bill moving, I think it would be better for everybody.
The bill sought to establish the Guyana Cricket Board and county boards as corporate bodies and was tabled by government in December 2011 in a bid to end the impasse over the national game here. It provided constitutions for the Guyana Cricket Board, the Demerara, Berbice and Essequibo Cricket Boards. It is understood once the Cricket Administration Bill is passed and signed into law, new elections will be held.
Former World 100-meter champion Asafa Powell could know his fate in 2 weeks' time after a Jamaican anti-doping panel hearing his case resumed on Wednesday. The hearing, halted in January, resumed but remained unfinished after Powell's lawyers wanted a chance to cross-examine an anti-doping expert now working at the Winter Olympics in Russia. The Jamaican sprinter tested positive for a banned stimulant after the 100-meter final at the Jamaican National Championships last June. The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission and Powell's attorneys agreed to a final submission of evidence on February 26, but only after Powell's lawyer, Kwame Gordon, objected to a report labeled very, very significant by the Jamaican Anti-Doping Agency, attorney Laxton Robinson. Over $11 million in cash and trophies will be at stake when the Jumbo Jet business enterprise stages its grand day of horse racing tomorrow at the Port Moran Turf Club. Dubbed the New Year's Sweepstakes horse race meet, the one-day activity has attracted over 100 of the country's top thoroughbreds. 7 highly anticipated races are carded for the day, with the D1 and lower class listed as the mark event of the day. The race will be run under the rules of the Ghana Horse Racing Authority. Race time is 12 hours 30, and admission to the venue is $1,500 per person.
Believe that everything worth building should be built just once. That is why we build on culture, on trust, on integrity. We exist to do more, better, faster, safer. Your success depends on the foundation it's built on. Everything we do is meant to move you forward. Mark on. Let's build Guyana together.
It's now time for a look at your bridge report. The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed on Sunday, February 16 at 5 hours 30 for a period of 1.5 hours. The Berbice River Bridge will be closed on Sunday, February 16 at 5 hours 15 for a period of 1.5 hours. That's your Saturday, February 15 edition of the Evening News. I'm Michael Young. Thanks for joining us.